The U.S. president for the past 17 years has been Benjamin Netanyahu, and I got a few complaints about our president, and I know it may seem a little bit strange considering we're all Israeli citizens and we may get lambasted for this, but I just got a strange feeling that I don't remember electing this guy. Anybody remember electing him Big Yahoo, Big Ben, Big Ben's beans, Big Ben who told us that great power comes great responsibility? Anybody remember electing Spider-Man's, what was it, uncle? Was that Grandpa Ben? Was that Spider-Man's uncle or Uncle Ben? It was Uncle Ben. Does that mean Spider-Man? I'm thinking about this now. Does that mean Spider-Man didn't have his parents at all? Who is Spider-Man's dad? I never discovered that. Is Aunt May and Uncle Ben. That means that's not even. Would that be like Spider-Man? It wasn't Grandpa or Grandma. Well, I'm really thinking about this now. I'm stuck on Spider-Man. Anyways, there's a strange feeling in American politics. You know, whenever I think about overseas conflicts, it confuses me a little bit at this point. Because in moments of international crisis, the voice of Benjamin Netanyahu starts echoing through every news broadcast. It's in congressional speeches. It's strange how somehow I am an Israeli citizen. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I had assumed that I was a citizen of the United States of America. States united, one nation, under God, despite the fact that we have freedom of religion, but we're all under God. And people who never followed Israeli politics suddenly hear his name every hour of every day. And this is very important. I didn't know this man's name until maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But for some reason now, I've done a lot of research, and his name has been everywhere for the past 17 years because America and Israel have had a very close interpersonal, tight-knit relationship. I would say Israel and America have the same relationship that God and Satan have because they can't function without another. It's just how it works. You see, God promises you the love of the world and everything. But if you betray God, you get Satan. And I'm discovering, this is just me, and it's a very wild comparison, by the way, I just want to point that out. This result may be leaving many observers feeling very disoriented because they didn't vote for Benjamin Netanyahu. You didn't vote for Big Ben, did you? Big Yahoo didn't get your vote, huh? Well, he did. He did. You see, tensions have been arising between Israel and Iran for quite some time. And I've been looking at it for a minute. Iran has a horrifying regime. I think the government of Iran is very bad. And Israel is carpet bombing Palestine. So that's been confusing me. I've been thinking, man, they both kind of suck. And then we picked a side. And obviously there's only two sides to every issue. So we got to pick a side. And then the conflict appears and we're just doing horrifying things. And the news cycles accelerate so quickly that I don't think the average person can really understand. So I'm going to take a moment, slow down my speech a little so we can understand what's going on here. For years, centuries, maybe even decades, maybe even millennia and eons, it has been written in scripture somehow that Israel and the United States of America gotta be best friends. They're buddies at the playground, swinging their feet together, kicking around, and they're kissing each other on the lips, open mouth, for French tongue kissing. It's great. Every time you hear about Jerusalem, you say, where's Jerusalem on the map? That doesn't matter. Just know that they're threatening to American policies. And you say, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why does it make any sense? Well, Jerusalem's in trouble, so America's in trouble. How? How's moving castle? We're moving all of our castles and all of our things over there. Why are you bringing up Studio Ghibli into this? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because we got to make change. America's great with change. Make America great again. And everybody rallies and everybody has a good time. We're all drinking beers and chugging 40s. And you're saying, wait a second, are we at war right now? We are at war, but we're at war for democracy. How is Iran attacking democracy? Because our president said so. Who, our president said so? Yeah, Netanyahu, Big Yahoo, Big Ben. Our president, Big Ben, has been our president for 17 years, guys. Come on, what are you talking about? Now, you may be saying to yourself in your brain right now, I don't think any foreign leader controls American policy. Doesn't make any sense. America is controlled by the president, right? Wrong again, buddy. Social media always amplifies these dramatic claims and emotional responses, whether it's a speech, an interview, or a military action. It's going to instantly generate thousands of posts, right? All the time. Within hours, people are going to encounter these competing explanations on who influenced what decisions, which alliances matter most, and which motives drive the conflict. And a result, feels as if you're standing in the middle of a thunderstorm, getting turned around, getting smacked around the belly, and your belly rubbed and your butt smacked over and over again. But I gotta tell you this right now, it's just one guy. It's really just one guy, and you already know that. It's Big Yahoo, baby. I'd like to say that if we voted for Mrs. Harris, that we wouldn't be dealing with this. But that's not true at all either. We would be dealing with this even worse. Jasmine Crockett likes Israel. Kamala Harris likes Israel. Everybody in America just loves Israel. I didn't know that. I didn't know we all loved Israel. Every rich person is saying Israel's cool and it's super fun. The IDF is giving millions to streamers to support the IDF. It's crazy. I didn't realize we all loved him so much. But then I keep forgetting that his presidency it's just been one guy. It's just been Big Ben. That's all it's been. So the reality of international politics usually involves a dense network of negotiations, intelligence assessments, strategic calculations shared among multiple governments rather than a single leader pulling at every string. Presidents, prime ministers, military advisors, diplomats all contribute to decisions that will unfold over weeks and months before they appear public and headline. But that's not happening with Donald Trump, because the instant he thinks about a decision, we get a Truth Social post. And then Benjamin Netanyahu does probably worse than Donald Trump somehow. It's very interesting to see how these dynamics unfold with each other. The story often looks simpler than the process behind it, but actually the process behind it has become way simpler. But because people love simple explanations, that's perfect for Donald Trump, because that simplification will leave room for speculation and frustration among people who don't know what's going on. They don't think about their everyday life. They don't know what's happening. The machinery of foreign policy operates in rooms most citizens will probably never enter. But we do know one thing for certain. If we need to know something, Donald Trump will lie about it. I want you to think about all the language used by Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump. I want you to think about the language, because wartime language is so interesting. Political leaders all the time will frame conflicts as defending democracy, confronting external threats, and those statements are aimed to rally support. But this is real interesting about Donald Trump's statements. They don't say that at all. I've never seen this before, because his statements are just, we're going to totally obliterate, annihilate, destroy. We're going to lambast them. We're going to tie them, their neck to a rope, and hang them around and destroy it on. We expect complete surrender. And if they do anything, if they touch me, it's done. It will be scorched earth. It will be the worst thing. Operation Epic Fury. And Israel is somehow saying the same exact thing. We sound the exact same as these people. I kid you not. I have never seen such ridiculous language in my entire life. You don't even have time to make speculation or conspiracy theories, because they're just straight up saying, yeah, this is complete destruction. We will completely eviscerate everybody. I think if we were smart, I'm going to use a light bulb as a comparison, right? I'm going to use a light bulb. Right now, my internet works. My light works in my house. If I jump, my whole house isn't going to come down. So I don't notice it. I don't notice the ground beneath my feet. I don't notice my clothes. I don't notice my computer screens. I don't notice my desk. I don't notice my light bulbs, right? Because they work. When something doesn't work, you notice it a lot more. If food is nourishing, you wake up in the morning, you eat your food, you go to work. If food is spoiled, you say, I got to get new milk. I have to turn this into a task. So the best kind of government, I feel, and I've said this many times, is a government that I don't notice. I am noticing everything. See, I think geopolitical tension, I think the most useful response often begins with slowing down and examining the broader historical and diplomatic context behind the headlines. I think we have to understand alliances and regional conflicts and policy debates that can help people navigate this overwhelming flood of information that accompanies modern warfare. But what's happening is that, and this is very annoying, you're noticing that your chair doesn't have legs. So you're complaining and you're freaking out because you can't take a seat. So now You say, oh, my chair doesn't have legs. I'm freaking out. And if you freak out because your chair doesn't have legs, you have a bad day. And you're noticing, not only does your chair not have legs, you don't have a left wall. And you notice it. So you're noticing our government doesn't have a left wall, and there's no roof over the government's house. Strong emotions and frustrations are common reactions when international crises erupt. Clear thinking is more valuable than ever in these moments. A deeper understanding of how global decisions actually unfold can transform confusion into informed engagement, and that's very important. I also got to point this out that all that is kind of worthless right now. I grasp the temptation to react to Big Yahoo right here. I get it. I know. I got it. You may even want to react to Donald Trump. You may even be an avid Trump supporter, and you say, man, I thought he wouldn't do this. And I get it. I get it. You want to be emotional, take sides based on fragments to join the chorus of instant opinions. It's strong. It makes you feel good. It's like demanding accountability from somebody you don't know. It's fun. The least we can do is match their patience with our own. Do not be swept into narratives that you don't understand, because I'm sure a lot of you do not understand. The world is complicated because it has to be. Because the alternative to complexity is complete reductionism. And reductionism will start wars and end lives. I need you to live in that complexity. That is why Benjamin Netanyahu is the president of the United States. Because that's how complex this is. He's the worst president we probably ever had. He's been the president for probably the last 17 years. Strange. Anyways, shout out Big Ben, I guess. Shout out Big Yahoo. Can we get a Big Yahoo in chat, guys? Have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your Nick and night, be my loyal, slow. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.